Alright, so this is probably video 7 of the differential rebuild for the 2004 Mercedes C230 w203 1.8 engine. I didn't take anything out because I want to let you guys know what I'm doing here, even though it's probably not the right thing. So do your own research. But see if I get this light on here a little bit. So I did get the axle out a little more because I took off some of the ball joints and stuff like that on the other side, which I'm about to show you and tell you a little bit about that. So I can pull this axle out, but there's an inch left that stays inside of the the differential. So I can't, I could probably force it out, but then it'd be hard for me to get back in. So I'm gonna try to do some other stuff on the other side. But I want to show you the problems I'm having. This way you'll know. Alright, well, hopefully you can see. Okay, so I took off this arm and I took off this arm. I'm just gonna call it my arm. And this arm was lowered all the way down. I didn't jack it up, but maybe you should if it's safe though. Be careful when jacking that up, because then these come loose over here. Okay, when you jack this arm back down, this may have moved and now you're not on the subframe, and it's very dangerous. So check everything twice, don't assume anything. So what happened was, this arm was down, and they have a spring effect to them, see? They're very hard. So while I was taking this off and I was unbolting it, I noticed that the bolt didn't come out. And how I knew that is I just took this steel drill bit, and I put it on the bolt, and I took a screwdriver handle and I was tapping it, and I said, wow, that's pretty tight. There can't be pressure on here, because this only goes, it stops it from moving this way and this way. So there's no pressure on here. Why is it tight? So that's why. Because this is how you have to set them. If you ever change an arm, don't ever install anything with rubber while this arm is down. People make that mistake all the time, and they wind up ripping out the rubber. What will happen is the rubber inside here, this grommet, it will just twist and come loose from the metal, because the rubber is actually melted to the metal. Okay, I know that for a fact because my friend did it a while back, and I told him not to do it, and he says, oh, how else am I supposed to do it? And I says, but that's not the way you're supposed to do it, so you need to jack up the arm. He's like, oh, I don't care, it's an old car. And then a couple of months down the line, he heard squeaking and banging, like bumps, like thumping sounds, and sure enough, that was the problem. So these have to be up like this, or however however this part is when it's on the floor. So let's say the tire is on, the car's lowered, and this part measures 8 inches, or about 8 inches from the fender down to here. Okay, so it would sit here. That's where you would connect these two. That's where you would tighten it. You could tighten the back if you want first, because sometimes you can't tighten the back after you put the front on. So you have to do it like that. But anyway, the thing is, don't leave this big arm down and then try to push these down and then tighten the back over here, because you will rip out the bushings. The car will go up, the tire goes up and you rip out the bushings. But let me tell you other problems that I've had. This ball joint here, let's get some light. This camera used to have a light on here, but I don't see any. Oh wait, here it is. Oh shoot, not enough. What? Using the ultra, I don't know, it says something about using ultra wide. Let me see if I stretch it. Oh, okay, that's why. Because it's so close, they think you're gonna get blinded or something. Oh god. Alright, so anyway, this ball joint I could not get off for nothing. I hit it here, I hit it here, I hit it on the bottom, and then I put the bolt on and I hit the bolt down like that. I can't hit the bolt in this way, although I don't think it's going to do anything, because I can't get a pipe in there or anything, or a solid rod, because some kind of emergency brake line is in the way, and this is also holding me back. There's no way to disconnect this unless I go under the seat, and I don't know what's under there, and I'm hoping not to do that, but I think I might have to, because even though I took off everything, I mean, look at this. I took off this, off the big arm on the bottom. I took off this one. I took off this one. I took off this one. So all these arms are off, and that's all the axle comes out. And this is a big job. Don't let anyone tell you that it wasn't that hard. And then the other thing is, what if you don't rebuild that right? What if you don't hit the bearing in all the way? What's going to happen is it's going to be, one of those gears are going to be shifted to one side, and you're going to have really bad, like a really bad sound, whatever sound you get. But that would be a nightmare to put this thing together and find out that you just maybe didn't hit one bearing in all the way, or something else happened where maybe you didn't torque the pinion gear correctly, because it's got that crush washer. So if you do it too much, you can't loosen it anymore. Then you'll grind your bearings, and not only that, but what will happen is that pinion gear will be pulled in more, and it'll throw the gears off alignment. So there's a lot of things that could happen. So we're all taking a chance here, I think. The good news is, I'm pretty sure, is that this differential doesn't have shims in it. Now, any car that has shims, you may have a problem with that. That's even worse. Even if you take those shims out, you put them back exactly where they were, you could have a problem. So anyway, this is, it's not coming out. I disconnected this, I pulled this out. I tried to pull this towards the left side, and that stupid cable is holding it. I don't know if I could disconnect it from somewhere over here. I don't even know where it's going. I wish I could just disconnect it from here, but I don't even know where it's going. Whatever you see right now, I don't see. So I don't know what I'm looking at, but want to show you the cable if you could see it. I mean, I see it going in. I do see a bolt on there. Well, not a bolt, like kind of like a star nut kind of thing. But I'm thinking if I take that off, I don't think it's going to come out. I think it's still attached to something. It has to be attached to the brake pads. These little tiny cheap brake pads here. They call these emergency brake pads. Man, if you try to stop with these, you probably would have an emergency. Look at these things. Garbage. The way they made this, all these linkages here is ridiculous. I've never seen this before. They got one down here. They got one down here. They got one here, and it's attached over here. All of these things attached, right? This one, that one, this one, that one, the one down there, and the sway bar. And the tire, you could still sort of push it. Like if you kick it, you could see this whole thing, you know, moving. Like, you know, you kick it from this way, you can see it move. This is a terrible design. I don't know why they did this. I wish I could take this out and just weld an A-frame, like an A-frame right here. You know, like that A-arm? It looks like it's shaped like an A, right? I wish I could just weld that on the top there and get rid of this. It's not needed. This one's not needed. And then raise this one over here. I don't know what they did here. But anyway, some of these bolts were really hard to get off, and some of them I had to take one linkage off, like this linkage. I had to take this off to get this giant one off down here. You might want to inspect your brake hoses, because look at this one. This is kind of dry rotted. I have two new ones. I don't know where they are, but I wish I could find them. I'm tempted to put them on. Not that I want to do more work, but Molotov, you know. But anyway, I still can't, you know, I still can't get this off no matter how much I pull it, because this black cable is holding it, and this ball joint I can't get off. I don't know why. It looks bad. I see. It looks like grease is coming out here. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like it's like, you know, it's sharp, but it doesn't wiggle back and forth. So there must be enough grease in there that it's still lubricating it. Where am I pointing to? Wait, let me focus. Okay, so right here. You know, while you got everything apart, make sure you take it like this and turn it like this and go up and down. And same thing with these bushings. See these bushings here? Right? Put something in here and then try to bend them down. This one's very tight. This one's very tight. This bottom one here, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that, but this one here looks like it's almost like filled with grease. I don't know why they would make that mushy, since it's like the main support. I think that's kind of strange. Oh God. So anyway, I guess I gotta go under my seat, since I can't get this ball joint off. Under the seat in the car, there's a box, not a box, like a square panel. And I'm going to see if I could disconnect that black line. And then I'll get back to you in video 8, I guess. Alright, but I won't do anything without you guys. Let's see. I don't know. Later on, I'll try to gather some information about all the sockets that are used. But if you have a socket set, you'd be alright. Get yourself a set of these. Alright, this goes up to a T50, 50, but you do need a T60. Remember that. T60 is probably I think it's for the drive shaft. So get that, and the T60 also fits the two bolts that are holding up the drive shaft that are in the back, pointing towards the back of the car. They do fit in there, but I'm not sure if that's an Allen key, like I said in my other video. So double check that. This is the set I got. It was 10 bucks. Probably get it cheaper. Alright, so I'll see you in video 8 if I disconnect that cable. Alright, see you later.